Hello from sunny San Francisco. The good news is we've all arrived and safe and sound. Fraser right now is already down in Davis and he flew directly into Sacramento today. He's getting some rest ahead of a busy day tomorrow with practice jumps. The production team, because we were all flying from different locations, we all met in San Francisco this evening. We've done an equipment check, made sure we got all the right cameras and everything, and then we go down to Davis very early tomorrow morning to meet Fraser and straight over to the drop zone where we then start scoping for cameras. So who I met up with today, well, there's Roger, Lee and Stuart, who are the three ground to air camera people that are taking responsibility for capturing all of the content, and then Jarno, who he's our aerial cameraman, and he's a wingsuit jumper, parachute jumper, base jumper in his own right. He has the complex challenge of jumping with Fraser, but he's in an inverted jump, so he can keep the camera on Fraser. And the good news is we're all already set. The weather forecast is really encouraging for the rest of the week. It was about 24 degrees here today while we were having a quick stroll around San Francisco, grabbing a bite to eat. Weather forecast improves significantly. It's going to heat up, and it was forecast to be 38 degrees on Monday, clear weather patterns. So the signals for a quick jump are good. One slight hurdle we have had to address this evening is looking ahead sort of a week and a half's time when we go up to Ontario in Canada. This is in Canada is where Fraser does the high altitude jump, which is really the signature world record in honesty. And there's been the revelation today that the batteries on all the GoPros that are going to be mounted on the balloon, on Fraser himself, and on the camera people going up with Fraser at minus 150 degrees, which is what it is up at 42,000 feet. Battery life reduces to just 20 minutes. But as always the case when you're on location, it's about having some creativity and some ingenuity, and the production team that I'm with are just brilliant. So we've already been looking at workaround solutions, and one of those is the heat packs that you put in gloves. We're now looking at strapping some heat packs to the batteries to maintain a warmer temperature, and in turn help maintain the battery life. Otherwise we have to stagger the cameras. Now we've got enough to do that. It's not like you're not going to see the footage. But we would have been able to do multi-camera angles simultaneously. So we're going to work through that problem tomorrow as well, and before the weekend. We've still got some time before we get up to Canada. But that kind of gives you an insight into the planning and the agility that has to go into an event like this. So now though, after a really good day, we're all extremely tired. Say it's a little after 7:15 in the evening here in San Francisco, which means back in London 3:15. So an early night, no doubt an early start tomorrow with US time zones. I'm sure I'll be awake ridiculously early. But we head down to Davis, and tomorrow I'm going to do some interviews with the wider production team, so you can actually get to see the people who are capturing all of this content. And then we're going to get a load of footage with Fraser as well. We're going to talk to him tomorrow about his motivations for doing these jumps. We're also going to explore a little bit how he got into wingsuit jumping. And then we're going to give you some behind the scenes insight from the drop zone, and start to paint a bit of a picture for what you'll see on Monday when we broadcast the live streams. But for now though, I'm signing off, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Take care.